What our team envisions is a venue for the social chorus, a site that will fit into the city's cultural heritage and be a gathering place for the best artists, performers, athletes, and citizens to share world-class experiences, in person, face-to-face, breathing the same air. In our world of digital transformation, we cannot forget we are analog and need that gathering campfire that Mission Bay will provide to the citizens of the greater San Francisco Bay Area. We promise it will be a state-of-the-art platform that will be both elegant in design and a place that will be front of mind share for what will be happening culturally and civically in this community. We respect the invitation of the mayor and the voices of the city's political leaders, and the input and narrative of the community, as well as artists, athletes, performers, and audiences that will help to shape this into a world-class offering. We have set the bar high in design and function to attract a varied menu of the best and the brightest international and local artists and performers, as well as dance, convention, Pac-12, possibly Olympics, and most importantly, a place in Mission Bay to be for that neighborhood also to call their own. Our attitude and our aptitude will be innovative, inclusive, and inspired in order to add this landmark to the city's proud heritage. Our experienced organization that will lead and operate this facility will bring the highest quality of authenticity and service, digitally fit and guest-centric in every touch point of our audience's engagement. We are thrilled and excited for this opportunity.
Well, I'm here with Warriors owners Joe Lacob and Peter Guber, as well as team president Rick Welts. Exciting times. And guys, what makes Mission Bay such a perfect fit for the Bay Area's team?
Well, I think it checks every box that we've been looking for since the inception of the idea of coming to San Francisco. It is about 12 acres. It's an inland site. It's completely accessible by all forms of public transportation, Caltrain, Muni, BART. And really, it is in the center of a modern urban area that has been slated for redevelopment that's been ongoing for the past several years.
What makes this site the perfect location for the Warriors' vision?
The point is, this is going to be a state-of-the-art facility in every possible way. You know, every touch point of guest performance will be utilized. We're going to be a digitally fit organization. That's going to be attractive to the art of the great artists of the world. It's going to be both a beacon and a lightning rod. It's going to serve as a cauldron to present to the world the best of San Francisco, the best artists in the world, a place to gather, and that's really important. It's going to fit in the scene of things creatively, beautifully in San Francisco.
Well, the last couple of years, you spent a lot of time and money and a lot of effort trying to get the deal done at Piers 30 and 32. What made you switch to Mission Bay?
This process has been a long one. We've listened very hard to all the constituencies, you know, politically and as far as, you know, members of the community and so on. And there were opposition groups that did emerge. We listened to everybody. It's a very difficult decision to potentially switch off something that you really do love. And it would have been a great site, we believe. But the truth is, this is a lot greater chance of getting done. And we also think it's a fantastic site in many other ways that maybe the other site didn't have. And we're very excited to be able to, again, to finish this and do this for our fans.
In listening, as Joe said, to all the constituents that weighed in on this, there was an element that was really heartfelt, not necessarily one that we agreed in or we believe the majority of San Franciscans would have agreed, and that an inland site was a more appropriate site for this arena. That said, it still serves every purpose and does everything that we need a great arena site in San Francisco to do. And it will become everything that we envisioned when the project first started. And in doing it at this site, we've really taken away some of what were really heartfelt objections by some of the people who didn't think it was the right site for the project. Never opposed the Warriors coming to San Francisco, but maybe that wasn't the perfect place for some.
When you start a process like this, you have to be agile and mobile and nimble. You just can't, you know, it's a long time horizon, certain number of years, a lot of forces at work. If you don't have that flexibility, if you don't really have that vision keeping process, you never get there. And the there is where we wanted to get, San Francisco.
I think the final thing we realized also is that the city is moving south. In discussions with the mayor and with others, we realized that in moving south, the 3rd Street sort of process going down all the way to Dogpatch and beyond, Hunters Point and so on. This is a great way for the city to move. It's going to help the city in a lot of ways. And we think there's going to be a lot of people going forward as we go forward, moving down that way in the city.
Anytime you run a project like this, there's always the question, what is the public involvement and how will this venue be financed?
Well, that's kind of the amazing thing about this, and almost unprecedented The public, that is public funds, are not involved at all. There is no public money in this, this venture. It is privately financed all the way from the land to the building. It's a little bit unprecedented, but it's just something that's necessary in this situation in the Bay Area at this time in history.
I think it's really speaks to how special we believe this site is, that a formula like this could even work, because it's never been done anywhere else with an NBA arena anywhere else in the world. And what we really believe is this is so far beyond the Warriors. I mean, what this is going to bring to the city of San Francisco is this jewel that it's never had, a place for artists, a place for cultural events, a place for conventions to gather, which we've never had in our history.
We should say one other thing as well. The accessibility of this site is perhaps even greater than the pier at 3032. As you know, that pier had BART access not too far away. But the great thing about this is we have BART, which you can switch to another train and connect to the Muni and go right to the site, right to the front door of the site. There are, I think, 6,000 or more parking spaces very close to the site in existence, so I think it'll be easier for people to park as well. It's just a very, very good site, actually, in terms of accessibility.
And you know, it's accessible from all four sides. The other site was just had the one side, the Embarcadero. This is completely accessible from every side, which makes building it, operating it, much more functional.
So I have to know, when do the doors open?
Well, we're gonna plan on 2018, and I think we feel very confident that we can get it done by then. You know, I think we've learned over time that these things all have a certain trajectory and path, and you have to listen, you have to adjust, and so, you know, we'll adjust if we have to, but we really feel very confident we can do this by 2018.
And we predict, plead, and promise. We promise we're coming. The predictions, you know, that's the almighty.
This is our path to San Francisco. We won't take anything for granted going forward. We're still going to be as engaged as we have been in the dialogue in the community, not only in San Francisco, but the Bay Area, because this is going to be the Bay Area's location. In the Mission Bay redevelopment plan, when there is a project ready to go at this site, it triggers the construction of a 5.5 acre park that people in Mission Bay have been waiting for 15 years now. So the way the plan works, when we're ready to go on this site, we'll get a new 5.5 acre park for the entire city and the Bay Area to enjoy as well. You know, this is going to be the place that for generations to come, people are going to come with their family, their friends, and celebrate things that we've never been able to celebrate before in San Francisco.